Well, guys, it looks like we have finally made it to the 30th of this month. Plus, for the first anniversary of something special. Um, on my on my sixth Instagram time stream. Wait. Today is the first anniversary of my sixth Instagram time stream I've done last year, and also the first the first late anniversary of Jessy Coleman's first post on Instagram of a bear. And today, since it is since it has now been officially been a year since I met with him, I will be I will, I will be um talking about my entire journey with Jesse Coleman. Um, from him being an annoying person to a to a great friend of mine, like the description says. Um, so yeah, Jesse, if you're watching, so Jesse, if you're watching this, you might love this. After okay, so after the documentary's over, I'll try to get Jesse in so that we can chat for a bit. Wait, hold on. All right. Well, I think we're ready to go. December 30th, 2024. A week after the initial breakup with Carson and JM on the fourth part of Instagram Times, which is like now considered my most popular Instagram time stream because of that. Um, the fifth part of Instagram Times had Seb, aka Ash, and I honestly still think that I honestly still think that Carson and Jam felt betrayed after watching the fifth part, and then the sixth part, um, the sixth part is there was a user in my chat that that says something like, um, Chem fecal in the fecals. I think it said. I I don't know. I'm pretty sure I got it wrong, but yeah, I he came on my live stream just because he wanted me to add him on Instagram, and so I did. And the first post I saw was a bear, which is the only one that he has on Instagram currently. Honestly, honestly, he should make like a first anniversary of the picture and like edit the photo out or something. But yeah, so when I first invited him on Instagram Times, I called him and he wanted to um we just chatted for a bit. Things went pretty well until he made he told me the biggest lie I think I've ever heard, and that is him claiming that Billy Joe Armstrong, the frontman of Green Day, fell off a building. Then like I got so confused and anger to the point where I wanted to end the stream off there. And he tried to show me the photo for proof, but it's actually just someone else falling to a floor in a cartoon illustration style. That is not Billy at all. Like yeah. Um so yeah, the honestly the sixth part was mid, probably because of his lie. But then moving on to the day uh, after December 31st, New Year's Eve. So, I did a New Year time stream. And then and then I talked to Jesse again. Then probably the first thing he told me is that he said that Paul McCartney has been dead for a while. And yes, rest in peace, Paul McCartney. Um, and then and then what else? Oh yeah, so I think that Jesse has been going through like one of my older videos from like late 2023, and then he encountered a short film that I made about I Ready dying to celebrate its fifth anniversary of his disappearance. And Jesse asked me, "You made a video called I Ready. What do you mean by death birthday?" Then I asked him all about what I Ready was and how much I hated it, and then he asked back with, "Isn't it like IXL where you have to like answer like blah blah blah?" Then I asked, "Yes, it is." Then he asked me who I despise most in the world, and my answer was of course Hans Rockwell. And then he realized and asked, "Hans Rockwell? That's like that's like the guy who isn't it like the Jimmy Eat World like type of basis?" Then I said, "Jimmy Eat World?" Then he says, "Yeah." No. Which about the band Jimmy Eat World. 5 months later in May, I asked Jesse if he knows what Jimmy World was, and then he, but then he said no, which I told him about his question of about like about like Hollis Rockwell is like the Jimmy World type basis, but then he might just like forgot about it, and I don't he hasn't he didn't tell me what song he's heard from Jimmy World, but I'm pretty sure it's the middle or Sweetness. I don't know. Um, I think um is that all? Oh yeah. Thankfully that Jesse behaved a little more on on the New Year time stream. Now we're moving on to um um Instagram Time 7, which came out on January 22nd. I think. Hold on. Let me check if I'm right on the date. Hang on. Instagram times. uh, Oh, I knew that I was wrong. I first met up with Jesse on the retake of the fifth Instagram Times. I knew I was wrong. It was January 25th. So January 25th, I did my seventh part of Instagram Times, which at the moment might be the at which at the moment might be the final episode I'll do on that series I because important update I don't I honestly don't feel like I should get a new phone because like probably nowadays if I do so then my parents might ask me why I need like two ones and I don't know how to answer it. But if any of y'all have any ideas on what my answer could be, then please tell me. Anyways, back to the topic. So the the seventh Instagram time stream was decent, I guess. Um, so in the beginning, um, me and Jesse were doing a tier list on restaurants that we like. It went pretty well until then. Jesse wanted me to hear music now, and 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 then apparently he's in, apparently he was into a band called the Unicorns, and then he wanted me to listen to their album, which was called I forgot the name. Then um oh yeah I tell um dang it, I always get lost for no reason. Oh yeah, I asked him if he knows who Daniel Larson is, and the reason why at wait, no, 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 no. I showed him Standard Brush, and then the song that we heard was um, Where Is My Dan, which um I made Jesse hear the song, because I believed it had Daniel Larson in it when it actually when Daniel Larson wasn't actually featured in that song. Um, Jesse was asking me, uh, like after I gave him a demo of the song, he was like, "That's the same guy." Who? The guy who sings the effing song. Who though? King Sailor Brush. Now, now, to be honest, I, I, that was like honestly dumb of me saying, uh, who though? Because like, I thought, I thought he thought it was either Crinkle or Daniel Larson that was singing the song. But yeah, yeah, I should have never said that then. Then then I was like, Jesse, it is him. He is in that song, but he is in that song. It's just that his voice got a bit deeper. Then he told me to play that part again, and then what else happened after that? I do know that we get into like the European lore, but forgot how or when. Oh, I I asked Crinkle if Daniel Larson was in that song. Um, Where's My Dan? But he didn't respond to me. And then he saw my message about the Jason the terrorist video. I wanted him to make a thumbnail for it, but still he didn't answer me. And pretty much forgot about it and never answered it actually. And then that's where it got to the point where Jesse wanted to ask me an important question, and that is, like, why are you so bunkered about it, bro? Just let it go. Like, I know that blah blah blah, um the effing the effing breakup or whatever is it is like you're deriding it. Then I said, um, well, dude, that was a lie. I could have stopped crying until the day after. Then he said that was like what? No, it's like you still talk about it, and and dude, the reason why I was the reason why I kept on talking about it is because um like I should have never I should have ignored them, but the reason why I like I didn't let it go from my like arms is because um I thought they were still gonna upload my songs to Spotify, and then um then I said um I want that I just wanted to hurt their feelings, which Carson Jam, if you're watching this, then I am so sorry for me trying to hurt your feelings. It's just that like I thought like you were still uploading songs to my Spotify behind my back, and got like a little frustrated. And then Jesse said, even before blah blah blah, you still talk about it. And then it said the same thing again. Um. Oh. Then he also said it's like talking to a wall. Which dude, about me. I like. I like. I try to make fun of them. Well, like. I try to make fun of them in my head, and then he said, "That's like talking to a wall." Do they even know? Then I said, "I think." What do you mean, I think? He said. Does, does, does it mean that you, does it mean that they do or don't? Yes, they do. I don't think I remember anything, what else he said. Um, okay, moving on to the February era, which is probably my, like least favorite era, least favorite era of like me and Jesse. I I got in a call with him back on February 15th, I believe. Wait, no. Wait, no. I think it was February. I think it was the 16th of February, not the 15th. Anyway, the 16th of February, I had a call with them, and then for some stupid reason, which I should have never said, is that I'm glad that I got away with needle pain. And then he said, then why don't you stop talking about it? And I honestly got scared and hung up because the reason why I did that is because like I do have I do have I do have anxiety. Don't get me wrong. It's just that like I thought Jesse got mad at me and I had to hang up. And plus, it felt like that he was like my my school teacher. Like for example, when I get an F on any of my work, they just talk like that. Which I hope you understand that, Jesse. And then 3 months later, which man, after a 3 month long hiatus of me and Jesse, we finally called again on May 15th. And I wanted him to apologize for everything that he said, like the lies and all that crap. And then he did. And then later on that night of the 15th of May, I I made a video about about I made a video about the reunion. And then then the day after that, he asked me when will the second album might be coming out, and I didn't want to leak it until later on. And then I wanted him to show me his actual face, but then he sent me a picture of someone else's face. Uh, uh, a guy who I don't know who it is, but it was the one with glasses and was at like a record shop. I think I saw in the background, but I don't know. I and then like, dude, I got confused with why he never wanted me to show his face until he finally told me the reason in August. Is that um so apparently apparently he might look creepy when he like turns on the camera and then and then like no lights are no and like none and like none of the lights are on in his room, just his phone. And and I heard that Jesse I heard that Shaman actually was I heard that Shaman actually was scared of Jesse's face, which guys, in my opinion, I don't it doesn't look that scary, to be honest. But like he never wanted me to show his face with the lights on for unknown reasons, which I don't know if that which I don't know if we'll find the answer soon. But yeah, um on okay, so on May 17th, the day that the SJ episode on HDF came out, Jesse actually loved it so much. He told me on Instagram about it, and I appreciated him. Then and then around around June 10th, around June 10th. So around June 10th, I what did I say? June 10th. Oh yeah, so on Instagram he sent me a video of of my of of my TikTok video that I made way back in July of 2022 of me dancing, and the title said "Dance Baby Dance," and I actually thought that Jesse was the one who made it, and and it was. He admitted to it, but then something unexpected happened. Um, he said to me, "Okay, I have to admit that was me. Hope you have a great rest of your life." And then I texted him back and said, "Where are you going, dude? Hello, Jesse? Hello?" And and dude, he actually never replied me back for a month, which which I waited which I waited 1 month for him to come back on Instagram, and finally he did. And I asked him what happened. Like, what the hell happened, man? And I forgot what he said, actually. I forgot what the answer was. Um, oh yeah, um, now on to July 22nd or 3rd. On the day when my first single of my second album, Fishing for Memories, released, Jesse made me, uh, apparently Jesse made a cover art for the second album, and when he said it to me, I didn't like it and said that it was cringeworthy. I actually didn't. That's actually a photo of Lane from Stereo Experiments Lane, which at first I didn't, which at first I never heard of the show until September of this year. I absolutely didn't like it. And then now on to July 24th. He sent me a video. He sent me a video of Ryan Loy, and when I saw the thumbnail, at first I was like, "I'm not watching that." Why not? He asked, and then guys, um, this might shock you a bit, but at first, when I first saw Ryan Loy, I thought he was weird. Like, and then and then I actually called him ugly, and then Jesse felt really devastated for me calling him ugly, which I apologize for saying that to Ryan on my second part of David and his pals, and he said that he couldn't forgive me, which I got which I got scared there, like I don't like I thought I thought it was gonna get canceled there, but that was wrong. Um, but yeah, I hope that I don't know if Carson or JM know about this, but if they do, then oh no, honestly, oh no. Um, no. Um, so most importantly, on July 26th, on the Needlepeen reunion stream, Crinkle came on panel and told me that Jesse had locked him in a cage. Oh wait, he asked me, he told me that Kim Fecal locked me in a cage, and when I heard the name Kim Fecal, I was like, who's that? And then Crinkle started laughing like, like he thought I was, like he thought I knew who the person actually was, but dude, I'm not joking. I didn't know who Kim. At first, I didn't know who Kim Fecal was until until like until early September, I think. Wait. No. Actually, it was August. Yeah, but guys, keep in mind that um about Crinkle being locked in the case by Jesse, that was actually a lie. Which I don't know why he'd lie about that. I actually have no idea why Crinkle told me that, and that was a lie. Like this whole time, and like I got concerned because yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot to mention on the July 24th part about the Ryan Loy thingy. After I called Ryan ugly, um, we were I was like going crazy and like we were going crazy and like having drama and then I said, okay, I don't ever want to see you again. Bye. But then I was wrong. He came back on the second part of David and his pals, I which yeah, I still hated him at the time, and I was actually tearing up when he came because yeah, like I said, I hated him at the time. Um then his friend was gonna come on panel, and then the friend it the friend that Jesse has is without a doubt Mr. Crinkle, and then I was like, wait, what? You're friends with Crinkle now? And then like, but but before that, there is one thing that made me super duper mad. Is that when is that when um uh Jesse asked me who came on the Needlepin reunion stream, and then I answer. Wait, no. Actually, me. I, I told Jesse, guess who came on my previous stream yesterday? Uh, w- was it Crinkle? Because I didn't effing let him free from his cage. Was it Crinkle? Because if you say it's Crinkle, I will kill him. I will kill Crinkle if you say that. So don't tell me that, okay? And I was really furious. Dude, I actually never said what I. Instead, I went, okay, sorry. Which, dude, I, which I believed, I actually, And guys, yes, I actually believe that Jesse lived with Crinkle this whole time, but I think I was wrong. None of what dude, like none of what Jesse said really happened. Now on to July 29th, the third part of David and his pals, which um nah bro, actually I think I'm gonna skip that phase because of how much I hate the third part. Um sorry. Sorry about that. Oh. Okay, so on to July 30th. Oh God. How can I how can I avoid this? Okay, oh what the fuck? No. Oh God. Oh God. What the hell? Oh my God, I need water. Stupid cough of mine. I don't have. Alright, guys, look. Here's the thing. I don't have fever anymore. It's just that the only thing I have to deal with is my really bad cough. My sore's not throat anymore. I don't have a fever. It's only my bad cough. Hang on. Like Jesus Christ. Okay, I took 6 gulps. Anyway, moving on to July 30th, when when I did a when I did in a stream about how awesome Amphibia is, and and this is the this is the this was the original take, by the way. Um, and the reason why I had to retake it the day after is that yeah, you guessed it, Jesse came once again. Um, near the near the end of the first take of that stream, um, at the 1 hour mark, Shaman, uh, Shaman actually appeared, and then he said that he was talking to Jesse, and Jesse like really wanted to come in because he was actually sorry, and I was like, I don't know if I can like perfect it right because of my fucking cough. I I was I was pissed off and was like, then when Jesse came in, he was like, um, uh, I said lots of things that I regret. Um, and I just want to say that that was really gross of me, and that was really just bad, and I just feel like really bad right now, and and sorry that I hurt your feelings, and and I didn't respect my boundaries, and I apologize. Which guys, at first I actually denied that apology at first, but 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 like but after the SpongeBob discussion stream I did later on October 20th, I now accepted it. Like dude, after I ended the first take of the amphibious stream, I was actually crying. Like how much I was crying right after I ended my fourth Instagram time stream. Like like I like dude, I wanted Jesse to be gone forever. And then and then at some point I might have been right. Then on July 31st, on my last stream of October, on my last stream of July stream, Shaman actually came up on panel, and once again, Jesse really wanted to get in on stage, and I actually saw him backstage, but then I actually ignored him, and I don't think he said anything in the private chat. I just but it's just that I just ignored him. And I don't remember what he said in the private chat, but anyway. And then that's when things changed. On August 2nd, I streamed my first part of interviews with Crinkle, and now Jessy Coleman pretended to be a new guy named John California. And then around the 15-minute mark, I thought it was Jessy Coleman, but then Crinkle jokingly stated that John California is the twin brother of Jessy Coleman, but good. And then I believed it. So then he went from dude, going from Jessy Coleman to pretending to be a new guy. That's like a weird idea, and yeah, I'm pretty sure the reason why he pretended to be another dude and wished that Jesse Coleman was dead is by me on how much I hated the original him. Yeah. So, my relationship with John California went great actually. We're gonna fast forward to October because I don't have time to just talk about the September era. Yeah, so October 20th, on the day of the SpongeBob SquarePants stream, Jesse finally decided to reveal a secret to me, which was him being Jesse Coleman the whole time. Okay, so all right, all right. This is how the conversation went. All right, David, I have to reveal something to you. What? Oh no, Carson, are you here? I think this is gonna be it. Okay, uh, well, you might, well, you're definitely gonna get mad at me and probably not talk to me for a long time, but David, I, I have to reveal something to you. David, David, what? Say it! Hold on. Hold on, I'm trying to get it out, David. Uh, David, I am Jesse Coleman. I was Jesse Coleman the whole time. You're kidding. No. He is Jesse Coleman. We're not lying. They're the same person. Yeah, they were the same person right now, too, David. Like I I I know how much I treated you bad, John, stop it. Okay, I know it's you. Stop it. Okay, David, no, David. Notice how their voices sound the same. Yeah, but they're twins. They're twins. No, David, that was a lie. I wasn't being truthful to you. No, I knew the whole time too, David. And um and and uh and and Carson believed it too when it decided same time. And you believe this too? No, no, David. I don't believe it. It's just true. So you didn't die? No, David. I didn't die. I didn't go to federal prison. Hold on. I'll I'll send you a banner to be more specific like and like make sense on which person said it. Um. Okay. Here we go. So you didn't die? No, David. I didn't die. I didn't do it. I didn't go to federal prison. I didn't. I don't know. He didn't lock Lil Crank in a cage or whatever. Yeah, Crinkle wasn't in a cage. Like none of what I said really happened. So when was the last time I John California on my stream then? No, David. John California and Jessy Coleman were always the same person. Yeah, and Kim Fickle and yeah. You're you're actually being serious? Yes, David. I'm being serious. And I actually cried there because it brought me back to his bad behavior on what he's been doing to me. But uh then then I decided to actually forgive him. Like all right, this is how it went. So Jesse, if it is really you, then I guess I'll forgive you then. Really? You sure? Yeah, yeah. And also I might have to cancel my I might have to cancel Jesse being dumb. No, it's okay, David. You can still continue it. He, he told me in DMs that he feels really bad for mistreating you. Yeah. Which guys, about about the Jesse being dumb series, um, the eighth part will be the final one, and it'll come out around January 10th. It might come out on January 9th. Yeah, 9th. Almost 4 months after the previous part. Yeah. So so November. Oh yeah, I can't believe we're almost done with this. November. Um, it went decent. I don't think I have like a lot to say of November. Is just it went great. And finally December. We were still in together since October. Including the time where he pretended to be John California. That was August. Yeah, we've been together since August, 4 months. Yeah. So um, recently yesterday, I played Chain Together on Roblox with him, and I'm glad he finally approved his behavior. So with that said, I think I think that wraps up I think that wraps up my journey with Jesse Coleman. Being like again from being an annoying person to a great friend of mine. I'm glad that he improved his behavior. All right, now that now that this is all over, I'll try to get Jesse on so that we can chat for a bit. Right. Hey Felix, I did see your comment when it was first posted. Yeah, don't worry. Whew, man, man, that was a long ride. But at least we made it. Hang on now. I'll be right back. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Can't believe it's already been a year, that we're so close to the end of 2025. Man, I can't believe it. I'm actually, guys, I'm actually do, I'm actually might be doing, I actually might be doing a my thoughts on this year's stream tomorrow. Actually, I'll like I'll tell you everything I've done and and like and like and about how many people we have lost recently. So December was was a fun but a strange month at the same time because we were losing so many famous peoples like like really unexpectedly, and many people are saying that 2025 might be the worst year because of that. Like okay, we lost we lost Ozzy. We lost Ozzy Osbourne. Hulk Hogan. Oh my god. No! No, stop, stop, no. We lost Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, um, uh, some member from the band The Cure. I don't know his name. Um, oh yeah, Jeff Garcia, the actor who plays a Sheen from Jimmy Neutron. Rest in peace. We lost Ozzy. We lost Hogan. We lost Jeff Garcia. Uh, and so many more of which I don't know the name. Apparently, apparently, Laffy Dude agrees that 2025 was the worst year because of that. Which, in my opinion, it was a decent one, despite the fact that we lost like so many people unexpectedly. Which again, I will be doing a stream of me talking about how much I've been through this year and what my rating will be. Like, yeah. Uh, I don't think Jesse's coming. I don't think Jesse's coming. Which, that's fine, I guess. Oh yeah, and be prepared for January 2nd, the first episode of the third and final act of David and His Pals comes out. Part 21, maybe. The 21st part comes out. I've already scheduled. I've already scheduled. Three more parts of David and His Pals. 21, 21 being on the second of January. The 22nd on the 16th. Um, the 30th. The 23rd being on the 30th, and which guys, yes. Currently I now will be doing David in his. I now will be doing a David in His Palace series on the third act for for every 2 weeks because because of how because of how much bad Part 20 did. I just have to do that so that I don't want I don't want to do a stream where I want everyone to come in, but then they failed to come because they were busy. Yeah, I just I I think that I think that um part 20 David and His Pals is is like less worse than part 3. Like dude, part 20 had no one. Just me and Crystal. Um, yeah, he ain't coming. Yeah, he ain't coming. So, yeah, that was all the documentary about Jesse. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow on my last stream of 2025. Stay tuned.